Today we're going to try and fix our original Studebaker hand crank antenna with a cheap electric antenna. Originally this would have mounted in the driver's footwell and the driver could raise and lower the antenna with this knob. Now unfortunately the antenna part is missing, it's been absolutely mangled, so let's see what we can do. I've had zero luck finding a replacement. Now obviously we can't install this for a multitude of reasons. One, it wouldn't fit, and two, it's a 12 volt antenna and the car is 6 volts. Inside of the Studebaker antenna, and here is the inside of our cheap electric antenna. We don't need any of these electronics or motor. We really just need this rod. So I was not expecting this to be geared on a plastic string. I was expecting kind of like, I don't know, a metal string like how the original Studebaker one would have been, but let's see if we can get this to work somehow. Unfortunately, we need to replace this piece of plastic with an actual piece of metal string. So what I've done is I've used a bunch of heat to heat the epoxy up that held that little bead on top. Now we can pull this out of the center, and we can replace this piece of plastic with a proper metal string. Our new wire soldered in place, let's put this back together, and then this end actually gets soldered on the inside here. You can see right there is where the original wire would have been soldered. Now we let our bead dry on there with some new JB Weld while I go design our 3D printed brackets. 3D prints are done. We have our centering ring that'll keep the thing centered. We have our spacing rings that go underneath here to space it up to the correct height. And we have our thing that'll actually go in there and hold it all down in place. So let's get on that. And there we have it. One not so original, but partially original Studebaker antenna. Now you can just reach up under the dash and crank out the antenna, just like that. And then you can just crank it back in whenever you no longer want to listen to the great AM radio, which honestly we'll probably put an AM transmitter somewhere in the car and modernize it slightly with that.